Hello, guys. Welcome to an episode of It's On Us.
You're
Start off with ASMR.
Full cast today, and I didn't start off cussing. So John,
There we go. Hey, who's gonna cuss first?
Let's see.
Shit.
I was about to say, well, let's fucking see.
Okay, there we go. So, first and foremost, we're back, guys. The whole crew.
The
Fab Five.
The Fab Five.
We're back. All right.
And we should be on video.
Yes.
You should see this.
You should see this.
Don't point at me. It's not my camera.
All right. We got some technical difficulties. We're trying to adjust because, business oriented. We got the LLC. That was real big for us. So now we're trying to push more visuals for you guys, and we're coming out the gate a little bit more strong. You would say, right? Jacob?
Yeah.
Who's here today?
Oh, we got Ash.
Yo.
We got Mr. Schrader.
Yeah.
We got Cliff.
Yo.
And then we got Gabe.
I'm not talking to you, Jacob.
Okay. That's fine. Whatever. It happens.
All right. So before we started the recording, I said, what is your earliest memory that you can recall? Gabe, what's your...
Oh, yeah, and I started off right off the bat. I don't know what age I'm at, but they had to cut me off. But I remember being at Longfellow, one of the first few practices my dad ever took me to. Like, if you know me, my dad ain't really never, like, we did shit, but we never did, like, numerous amounts of shit. So, one of the first few moments that I have of him, like, actually taking me to practice, I remember we out there just, taking fly balls, bro. I catch a couple. And I don't know what happened with this one. It came up, man, and it just binked right off of my glove, dude, straight into my fucking eye.
Oh.
And it was one of the first few times where, like, my dad ever seen me, like, about to start crying, start, like, feeling bad about myself, da-da-da-da. And, like, he looked at me like, wow, this is a new feeling for him. And I remember, like, looking at him like, I really can't be this person around you no more. Like,
oh, because you seemed like it was like a...
Yeah, like, I was invincible at the point before.
Then you seemed weak once that happened.
Yeah, so it's like, I can never show you this side of me again. Like, and ever since then, like, I've shown no emotion around my dad
just
at all.
Just a wall
bro.
now.
Yeah, like, and he talked to me about, like, certain emotional shit that, you would get kind of, like, sentimental about, or, like, but I don't know. I can't do it anymore. I just can't. I have, like, that big ass trigger. Like, one of the first few times he drove my car, he totaled it.
Oh,
I remember that.
And it's just like, you know what I mean? I have these walls. It's like, if it's the first time for something, never again.
Wait, so go back real quick. As a kid, that was your first experience of pain too?
I wouldn't say pain in a sense. I would say him just looking at me a different way.
Okay.
Does that make sense? He looked at me like, growing up, y'all know me, man. I played sports my whole life, and I was always, and I'm not trying to be that person, but, like, I've always was pretty good at baseball, and I was one of those people that was getting looked at prospects, not like prospects in MLB or nothing, but like that, like around here, like we talking about like last week. Lorraine County used to be, NYB used to be jumping, booming, and you know what I mean. There used to be people that would talk, and within that was like, yo, you need this kid on your team if you actually want to be good and within those things. And I happen to be one of those kids. And it, I had that certain stigma of me where I knew I was good, and he knew I was good, but he never seen me play. So he never seen me do them little errors, and you know what I mean. Every time he seen me play, it was I'm on my shit.
But okay, so it's like a perfection thing.
Yeah.
But you're imperfect though.
Everyone's perfectly, but he's imperfect. Never seen it.
Oh, okay. So
I was always imperfect behind closed doors.
Right.
Putting in hard work. When he wanted to pull up, and he did pull up, he seen the best of me that I was trying to get before excellence. He was ever there.
Right.
So I was putting in 10 times the amount. That ain't the first time I ever got hit in the face with a ball, or ever, got hit in the chest, or something stupid like that. Like, yeah. But that was the first time he seen.
So that's that's like your earliest memory as a kid.
No, not early. I would say sports memory.
Okay.
Earliest memory.
This period, like your first memory period, like you are a whole human being. Like, oh shit, I'm really in this bitch. Like, I'm alive. I'm conscious. Like, this is me.
I would say one of my first real memories is like kind of coming home to like my brother coming home, like Nomar coming home. I'm like, you remember, like,
from being like born, you're saying?
Yeah, not like Nomar coming home being born, like newborn born, like, like everything used to be about me. Then like shit changed after that. It ain't just about me no more.
Right,
This
right.
little nigga crying at the end, dog, type shit. So I would say when my brother came home, that kind of was one of my first. Both of my brothers. I don't know why vividly I can remember both of my brothers coming home, but I know for a fact I was at his house when Noah was born. And then my dad called like, "Oh yeah, we had a daughter." Da, 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 da. The whole time it was supposed to be a boy. I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
He's looking at like the wrong person. Like, hey, it's a daughter. She's beautiful. Man.
I'm like, "Hold on,
Like, sir, that's not your kid.
let me call you right back."
What you talking about?
But no, yeah, just both of my siblings. Just I don't know why. That's just like very fond memories. I can't remember a lot of shit when I was a kid, man, because I feel like me personally, just growing up, I've done so much shit, man.
Yeah. So it's like compiled on just constant
year
memories,
after
though.
year after year, just memories after memories.
Okay. No, Cliff, you were saying something though, like your first memory, because we grew up right around the corner from each other.
Yeah, but this was back when I lived in Elyria. I guess like we lived in Elyria
Jacob's
a long
hometown.
time ago. My parents were like, between
Jacob just gave you a head nod, like
My brother.
No, trust me.
My
Parents
brethren.
were between here and Atlanta. My parents wanted to move down south, but they were taking care of my grandmother, so they were just all over the place. But at the time, we were in Elyria. That's what they told me, and I just remember getting out of our Ford Taurus, and my parents were just taking groceries up these long back steps that led to our door, and I just remember crawling up the steps. I can still see my little arm, little hands, and everything. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
And yeah, so that's my earliest memory, is just crawling up some steps. Like I was actually conscious in that moment.
I'm gonna side just. I have vivid memories of me busting my head open with Jacob.
He was jumping on the bed, and his head hit the metal frame underneath
Well,
the mattress.
Were you supposed to be jumping on the bed?
No.
We were playing hide and seek.
Yes.
Whose idea was this? Yours?
I'm
Probably
gonna
mine.
assume him because he's older.
It's fucked up, Jake.
It happens.
But then when my mom came in, I'm in a puddle of pool or blood.
Yeah. JT was in there too, and he, because for me having stitches in the past, he was like, he's gonna need stitches.
Whole back of my head.
As a baby, your head is like real soft, so that might have messed up. Like,
Oh, so you were
I think that's why-
initiating him.
No,
That's why I
I
think
didn't
I'm-
initiate shit.
That's why I think I'm so
we got fresh blood in the
tender-handed today.
This happened to me. This will happen to you.
He put his pinky in it.
Get the fuck
the good
out.
stuff.
What about you, John? What's your earliest memory? Beating up Joe?
No,
That'd be some shit.
I got like, no, we actually never really fought like that back in the day.
Shit, I
Um,
wish.
Came close though. I've seen it.
Oh yeah, I've seen some shit boil.
We so I don't know where it was. It might have been like Southern Ohio or something. We took a train ride, and I remember it being like, it was like maybe I was like 4 or 5 maybe, and I was being carried to this train, and I remember getting in the train, and I remember looking out of the window, and it just kind of like the train starting to move. Like I didn't know where I was at, what I was in even, and it just started moving, and yeah, that's good. Yeah, that was one of my earliest ones, and then probably the only other one I might have is maybe when I was like 7, I almost drowned, and I remember being in this pool thing. I remember actually like I was in this shit like drowning. I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't know how to swim, and that was like the only other memory I have like as a child. But from like you said, like you don't really remember much. My mom was like, "You don't remember that?" I'm like,
Bro, all the time my dad's like, when my dad, like Mike, my dad, like stepdad, Mike, or my Jason, my real dad, my mom, like, oh, you don't remember so and so from them? No, I'm telling you no. Like, and they're like, oh, why don't you do it? I'm like, because I'm telling you, I've done so much shit in my life that I just really don't remember shit. Like, if you want me to lie to you and say, oh yeah, I remember that, and have actually no recollection of it, or I can tell you the truth and. No, we can build a new memory, and something I can remember now.
like I wish I did. Like I don't know.
Oh, 100%.
It's like shit. Well, I know it was good.
I kind of remember a lot, and sometimes, like, if I can really tap in and think, I can actually think about not everything that happened that day, but like what actually happened to me, like the day after. Maybe even sometimes, like maybe what happened to me the day before.
You saying that I just got reminded of when I got Pokemon like Crystal, and we went to Mill Hollow and we got KFC. Like it was like a whole day. They're like, we're gonna go to the store, a game store on Cooper Foster, and like
One of our fond family memories is me getting lost at camping, and there's a whole lake. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole fucking lake, and I happened to wander across the whole fucking lake. Jacob's laughing. He knows what I'm talking about. I have no recollection at all.
Who was supposed to be watching you?
No one knows. I don't know. But I'm telling you, I went from one side of a fucking lake to the other. and no one knew.
Hold
at
on,
all.
hold on. I got the story.
Just walked 2 feet.
hold on.
Me.
So yeah, the story about how Gabe got lost camping.
Again, I don't remember none of this.
So I had to be about.
But I got my ass fucking torched, though. I tell you that.
bet, yeah.
I can tell you that.
I had to be between the ages of 8 and 10.
So imagine that then. I'm
So,
only what?
like,
3 or 4.
yeah. So we went. It was in the woods. Like you had to go in the woods, and it was a pond, and it was a pretty big pond. And
That shit was late.
we're going, and there,
In your mind, it was
you
a
had
lake,
to,
though.
but you had to walk over like a little creek that had some water. But for somebody his size, like a little kid by that big body of water like that's not good.
Look at the ocean.
But like from what I remember, he just tagged along when me and my dad were going to meet up with other people that were up there, and nobody knew he tagged along. And then like 5 minutes later, where's Gabe? April comes in the woods. Where's Gabe? We can't find Gabe. And we're like, oh shit, where's Gabe at? On the other side of the pond. Oh, Gabe's over here with us. Like literally 4 years old, just trucking it on all the other. I'm like,
Just waddling.
right,
just like,
right,
"Oh,
pretty
I'm
much.
going."
Minding my own
And I'm
fucking
like,
business.
Gabe got reamed. I was like, damn,
Bro, I used to get...
It was bad, yeah.
And, you know, we talking about, you know, old memories and shit. I used to get lost a lot as a kid. And I think that's why I like to get lost a lot as an adult. Bro, I was in Vegas fucking face drunk, got lost. You know what? And I felt comfort in that. Not knowing where the fuck I'm at.
Because you're
I'm
on
being
your own. Because like it's a whole adventure inside of that, though. I get that.
trying to find your way.
Yeah.
Bro, it was... I don't know, man. Just since a kid, I always got lost. Bro, they used to have WWE at the Palace.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They used to... I got lost in that bitch. I was in the backstage.
How
In
did
the
you
locker room. I don't know. I got lost in the locker room, bro.
You got
I met Booker T, Vince McMahon, bro. I got hella autographs. That's my dad, bro. Hella autographs.
I remember hearing that story too. Do you have an earliest memory you remember?
I'm trying to think now. No, I just remember being a really fat kid when I was younger, and
I don't see that.
having to
You
take,
keep
like-
saying that. I don't
I've
see
seen
it.
that. Yeah, I've seen
having to
Fash.
take breathing treatments at like 3 years old. Like I remember trying to play outside, and my mom would be like, "Come inside, you gotta do your breathing." I'm like, I don't want to do this. I had to sit on the couch for like 5-10 minutes, just with this asthma thing in my mouth, like sitting there breathing in and out. I'm like, this
Sherman had to
sucks.
do that. I know exactly.
Yeah, I'm
what
like,
you were
oh,
talking
because
about,
like
too.
when like certain seasons come, like my allergies are like terrible.
Hell yeah.
In the summertime, it was like the worst. That's when I had to go sit in the house 5-10 minutes, breathing. I'm like, can I go back outside now? Like, you're good. But that's one memory. And then I do remember, like, for some reason, drowning. We went to Kings Island when I was like 5 years old, and I might have been like 4. I remember going up the slide, following my sister, and then I didn't know it was like a big pool at the bottom. So I go down the slide, turning. I can't swim. All right, so I just go in. I'm just like sitting at the bottom, and they're like, "Where's Ash?" I'm like, "I'm sitting at the bottom, looking up.
Yeah.
I see people's feet, and I'm like, whoa, this is crazy."
Oh, whoa.
Now
And
they
I just
know.
remember somebody coming down, like swimming, coming to get me, and I'm like, "What happened?" They were like, "You almost drowned down there." I'm like, it was weird because like I was laying down, but like my consciousness was like floating above me, like just sitting there, like
Oh
in
yeah,
the-
you were having an outer body
Yeah.
experience. You were definitely dying.
Yeah.
you're drowning, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow.
That's I remember that they were like, "What?" I'm like, "I can't swim." I don't know. I was just laying there. I was sitting there. Like,
I just accepted it too. I'm like, okay.
Do you remember which pool this was at? Because I think I remember that odd news that some kid at a local pool almost drowned. Was that you?
I hope that wasn't me. I don't know. That's crazy.
He said about what, 20, 25 years ago?
I don't know.
I was
over
actually
here thinking like, man, that's
Lincoln Memorial.
This might have been
I
like
was with
mid
the-
'90s, so I mean, I don't know, but I just remember that fondly. I'm like, yo, that was like a near death experience. Like that was.
So, but I think this goes back to what we were talking about, the time traveling shit that we had talked about, you know, last week. That we kind of remember certain shit, and that's why I think that time traveling is not like a something you can do physically. It's something you can do subconsciously.
Yeah, all the time. We just literally we just time travel all
He
over.
made me do that yesterday because he asked me the same question, and one of the earliest things I was like 3 or 4. JT was cutting the grass.
See, I don't think I'm not trying to cut you off, but at 3 and 4, I think it's very hard. I don't care who you are. You might be able to remember that. It's very hard to remember things at
Oh yeah.
That
probably under 5 years old.
early adolescence.
Well,
Yeah.
so that day he was cutting the grass. I had my little bubble lawnmower, wanting to copy Big Bro, and I remember a rock hitting the blade. I still can hear the tink hit the rock.
That's what smacked
Hit
you
the
over
real
your
blade.
forehead.
yeah.
Bam, right here. like 20 yards away. And then another memory, I was 4 or 5. It was just after I got adopted. My last name had changed to Diaz. And we went to Country Fried Kitchen in Elyria. Aunt Dolly and Uncle John had Leah.
Oh, that's where it started at.
She had just got one of those fake grocery carts that was blue and pink with the little toy boxes of fake food. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that I remember after that day too. So, but yeah, but like it always makes me feel good, like just remembering those old things and just take you back to that space.
Mm-hmm. Simple times.
Simple times.
No, and it helps too, because like when you actually go to that actual place, it's not the same experience at all. You'd be like, even in your old like childhood house, you'd be like, everything was so big. When you go there, it's like, damn, it's really not that big.
That was me at Lakeview, my elementary school. I walked in there, I was like, what? This is like mini. Everything's mini. I was like,
but as a kid, you're like, man, this is massive. Like, this is
Right.
Imagine going into Lakeview when it was actually shut down.
mm-hmm.
There was nothing there. Bro, we broke into that motherfucker. I remember that. I'm sorry. Hey, the cops came. We ran that day, so y'all knew about us. You ain't catch us, but it's too long ago. You ain't getting me
It's
nothing.
in the past.
But no, it's just you go into certain places and it's like, man, this is like something that was, hard to reach is fucking chest high now. It's like, yo, this was just not the same when you were growing up, man.
Now you walking into your house growing up, and your mom's like, "Hey, reach that for me." I'm like, I remember when you had somebody else do this.
See,
you
I
gotta get a chair.
moved around a lot, so I don't have that one house that
Right.
where you get all the tally marks of how tall you were throughout the years and shit. It's like, I don't know. I think I catch that more with like baseball memories than anything else.
Yeah, I was at my house for 18 years, like my childhood home, and it was like I could just remember playing basketball in the backyard and breaking the windows of the fucking garage with the ball bouncing, and just all those memories. It's like
You had room. You had access to the attic in your old room.
I did. Yeah,
You had a front left window.
My room,
second
sucked.
floor.
It was like
One of my
This,
favorite
nothing.
memories, fondest memories, is being at his house when LeBron hit that game winner.
Orlando
And
Magic.
oh,
we
yeah.
just got back from
Magic,
Manavana
bro.
bowling.
Yeah.
We were all sitting up in his living room.
Bro, we were watching
I
that
was in
shit. He hit
Cincinnati.
that shit, nigga. We went
Crazy in that house. Oh my goodness.
He's like, we looked at each other like, ah. Like,
We went fucking
his mom
nuts.
started to crow. Even his mom went,
Yeah.
shout out Nancy. Yeah,
Shout out
you went,
Nance.
you know what I'm saying, girl?
What's crazy about that day is I had an attitude because again I've been an NBA fan my whole life, and that game was good. I started watching the first quarter, and all of a sudden we had to go somewhere. It wasn't even in Cincinnati. We went somewhere and we traveled, and it took like us an hour to get to.
Lift it up.
And then, I got to watch the fourth quarter of that game, and I had the same reaction as y'all because, at the time I was pulling against LeBron, and I was a big Dwight Howard fan. But even when I seen that shit, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I was like, God damn, man.
Hey, can we? You just brought up like basketball and stuff. I just downloaded 2K 2022 or the latest one with Luka on it. I'm in the G League right now. I'm doing pretty well.
Who asked?
I just started. I literally just started this morning.
I'm destroying the league.
So now you said I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna start my shit and I'm gonna be all-star by the end of the day.
Okay.
There you go.
I will too. Okay, let's go.
Got Brian.
I'll play you one-on-one, Cliff. You don't want that smoke?
I will.
You don't want
A
that.
good memory.
Not right now.
A good
All I
2K
do is
memory.
play.
Stop.
We have a lot of 2K memories around here because we used to play in his basement forever. For years.
We can have a
Dubbing
little
his ass
tournament
all the
tonight.
time.
Let's go.
We can have a little tournament
You
tonight.
know what I like to do?
94 overall.
You know what I like to do?
Right now.
I like the draft. I like the fantasy draft.
Thank you.
Me,
And that's how
Brian,
you
Joe,
get good at the game.
Yeah, you get to know the players and who's good in the game.
I start
when.
drafting people. I'm like, man, I had you last draft. Nah, let me get somebody different. You know what I mean? Just get the jumper down. You know who got the? You know what? I ain't even gonna talk.
Don't
about
even
it.
expect.
I ain't even gonna talk
But-
about it. If y'all want to play tonight, there ain't shit on. We
They have
hey,
a GM mode. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's what
the
we do.
GM mode is a little bit different though.
Wait,
We'll talk about that after the podcast.
Right.
That's just a little deep conversation for me.
I remember I got chastised one time because this was like early 2K days, and y'all came downstairs like, why is your 2K player so good?
Already.
And it was like,
It was
y'all
like
questioned
day
me.
two of
It was like, did you buy VC?
Yes.
I was like, maybe. It was like,
$20.
you pity bitch. Da, 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 da. I'm like,
I remember.
Lit your
damn.
ass up.
Oh my, you two both lit my ass up. I was like, damn. Sorry face.
Don't get me wrong. Now it's okay. We grown. We got the money. Nobody got time for all that.
Right.
But like,
We were grinding at home like.
but when you in school, you supposed to grind.
Get it out the mud.
He
Get it out the mud. And I gonna pay for it.
He had a
You
sleeve.
had to sleep at 96 overall. We're like 70s. I'm like,
He
listen,
came
there's
down
no way-
strapping.
We both were like, there's no way he's.
There's no way. He's not even built like that. Yeah.
He said I spent $100 on
Still-
VC.
Nah, I never. I think total that year on VC, I probably spent close to like, I'll say 50.
And that's what you told me too. You said $50, and you was still shit.
That's a lot of VC though.
Yeah, he was. But I'm like, give me the controller, man. You ain't even using them right.
Right.
I
Yo,
your
on the
guy.
side.
Right.
He said broken ankles, nigga. You won.
People used to sign that
You had
poster.
like a giant like power forward who had like no handles.
No,
like,
I had a
bro.
point
All he
guard.
could do was shoot.
I had a point guard.
Well,
I had
we
a
multiple
6'8"
years though.
I had 6'8" point guard. He was strong as hell, bully ball.
Yeah.
So speaking of the NBA, I got a chance to watch some summer league games, and
Me
this
too,
new
me too.
generation of players are
Pretty good.
Different.
extremely different.
Different.
I watched Kenny Lofton Jr. play. He's a big
Big
he's
shout out.
almost
He a
like,
Big shout out to
he's
big.
like a Zion, but like more grounded.
Big-
and like
hey,
he's hard to get
Big
around.
shout out to Big Kenny Lofton.
Yeah,
Hey, my
senior.
center fieldman, Cleveland. You know what I'm
His
saying?
comp to me is
Anyways.
the guy off of the Grizzlies. Is it Desmond Bain? No, not Desmond Bain. No,
He's on Memphis.
A little bit, but he. I would say Bane's a little bit taller.
But no, not Baines though. That's why I'm saying not Baines. He light skinned. He kind of buff. He on Memphis.
Who, Brooks?
Is it Brooks?
Dylan?
Is it Dylan Brooks?
No, that's Baines because he was in the
Baines.
3-point contest.
He was in the All-Star
Yeah,
game.
that's
He was
Baines. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
then
he
yeah,
reminds
Baines.
me of Baines.
That's why I think he just a little
thicker.
bit shorter than him, though.
Yeah, that's what I
okay.
say. Another player was
Chet.
Oh my gosh,
Broke the record
Beast.
for.
They're trying to compare him to like KD. I'm like, he's not like KD. He's
Because
literally
he's
like
not
dirt.
strong.
He's a
That's
dirt
why he
type.
did. I think so. Me personally, I think they're comparing him to KD because he's not physically strong. He can't go up there and bench 225. You know what I mean? You know, like squat 300. Like, no, that's not his game. Just because you want to hoop, don't mean you gotta lift 500 pounds. If you could put a ball in the basket, that's all that matters in the NBA. Especially if you can create your own shot and do what you want and make your own space.
Yeah,
Here's his comp to me. His floor is Porzingis. His ceiling could be
No, I
a
think his
taller version of Brandon Ingram. Because there ain't gonna be another KD.
I think his floor is Brandon Ingram, and I think his ceiling is more along the lines of. I don't want to say Evan Mobley right now because he's still in his
still
second
developing.
year.
Yeah, he's still developing.
But you know what I mean? I think he ain't gonna be KD. That's too high. But Porzingis is low key to me too low.
That's why I said that's his
'Cause-
floor. His
That's his
floor
floor, yeah.
could be Porzingis.
Right.
His ceiling could be Brandon Ingram. He just
No,
tall.
no,
but-
there was a
but I
play
think-
by
Like he a
play.
shooter.
But that's why I'm saying
he
Brandon
like a
Ingram
center,
should be
though?
his floor because he's better than KP.
It's weird because like in the league now,
He
there's
is,
no real
but that's his
position.
floor, but it's just
Yeah.
like, if he don't live up to his potential,
Yeah.
he gonna be like another KD.
Then he's BI then. If he don't live up to that potential, that's why he's BI to me. That's why that's his floor. If he can reach over that, like how Mobley is, Mobley's low key already better than Porzingis.
Mobley could be
Yes.
like the next
Yes.
Kevin Garnett.
I do agree.
Yes.
That's his ceiling to me is Kevin Garnett.
Yes, I'll agree with you on that. Except the trash talk. Mobley ain't nobody.
Ain't nobody
KG
touching
ain't
him.
KG doesn't talk the most
Shout
shit.
out to
and
shout out to KG. He's the king of
Trash
trash
talk.
talking.
him and MJ.
When I'm talking, I'm
MJ,
telling
oh
you,
my.
like he's
And
in the
Reggie.
player's
Reggie
head
was killing.
early. Oh, it's over.
Reggie
I'm
was
take him out
hilarious.
the game.
And the reason why I give Mobley KG is because KG was like, an underrated, skilled big,
Oh,
what I mean? 'Cause
100%.
he was raw as fuck. I just can't give
He got
him.
overshadowed by a lot of fours when
In his time too.
But rightfully
Weber.
so, like, well, not Weber, but like Tim Duncan and
Duncan.
people like
I
that.
mean,
Tim
Chris Webber
Duncan
was he was a solid player.
He was.
I'm not saying he's overshadowed, but you got to think coming from the Fab Five and then coming into the league, and
He peaked early.
he did exactly. That's why I'm not saying he was overshadowed by him, but there's a lot of fours. I mean,
Chris Bosh was in the league, you know what I mean? Shit
was he
like that.
playing with Oakley or Charles was in the league?
He was on the. I'm trying to think. Chris Bosh. He was on.
was in
Was
the
it the Raptors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was tearing it up in Toronto.
Right.
Then he went to the Heat.
Who else? Elton Brand. He's like a
And
4 or
eventually
5.
Kevin Love came along, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had other fours always just like to compete with it.
He was in Brooklyn by then.
No, but but just to go back to our question, like I think now the NBA is like no real position. It's just you're an NBA player.
If you're
You
six-
can be a
five.
five.
It,
you
it,
can be a
it
point
depends
guard,
on
like-
your height. I think that's what the NBA is now. It depends on your height. If you're
Right.
from like 6'1", man, I would even say 6 foot to 6'2", you're a point guard.
You ain't even capping NBA about height because KD is tall as centers, but they say he's
That's why
like
he's
6'11" ish.
That's why he's positionless. That's why I'm saying from a height percent. You know what I mean? Imagine putting KD on the floor, and let's hypothetically put KD on the floor, Giannis, and then you put Middleton out there. That's three people
that's a
over
big
almost
floor.
6'9".
That's what I was just about to
that's
say.
cool.
That. I think
You got
positionless.
So who's your power forward, your shooting guard, and your small forward?
When it
That's-
comes to positionless
that's-
players, I think you have to be 6'9" and above, and it kind of depends on your build at 6'9".
Yeah.
Because once you're 6'9", you
it
can
de-
play 1 through 5.
it depends
depending
on
your skill set.
It depends on who's behind you, because like the Cavs get away with 2 6-footers and DG and Colin, but they put 3 7-footers right behind them niggas.
Right.
So you 6 foot, but you got 3 7-footers right behind you.
No, that's you're making my point. That's what I'm saying. If you're 6'9" and above, depending on your build at 6'9", you're a positionless basketball player. Because I can't play a 6-foot basketball player at center, but a 7-foot skilled big, I can play him 1 through 5 depending on his skill set.
Yes or no? It depends on your lateral quickness and actual.
Skill set.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
skill set.
Because KD could play point guard if he wanted to. He just wouldn't be efficient. But
He
if he
wouldn't
wanted
be-
to, he could because he got a handle.
I don't think he could guard the point guard the other way. That's what I'm saying.
No.
If somebody's too quick for KD, they're too quick for him. They're gonna blow back. He's not the fastest person on the
Not
floor.
anymore.
He might be the
In his
longest
pri-
person
in
on
his
the floor.
prime, he could, but not now.
But that's
Not
what I'm
now.
saying. Get somebody like
But Giannis could.
he's
Yes.
younger though.
Yes.
So
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
why I
So,
think
so you're
it's-
saying prime KD could be a point guard, but KD as of right now couldn't
No,
be.
he could be a good
That's
facilitator.
But
fair.
I
he
think
can't
if
be
you
a
put prime KD point guard wise against prime Russell Westbrook blows by him in a 1-on-1 aspect.
Wait. So wait a minute. Who beat Boston? Beat Giannis in the playoffs this year, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
without
and-
Middleton.
Wasn't Giannis guarding at one point smart?
He was guarding everybody.
But think
Yeah.
about that. But think
Like-
about that though.
But they lost.
He's
So how good did he do if they lost at the same time?
right.
So he could do it, but was he good at it?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But he could still.
That's a different
my point.
conversation.
He could just do
You're
it.
That's
talking
a
about
different
defensive
conversation.
deficiencies. You're talking about analytics.
You're talking about pick and rolls enough to where you Giannis are on the other side of the court, and the smallest dude is guarding Jason Tatum. You know what I mean? You can come over and help, but that's you know what I mean. It's,
Because I think it was.
he can't guard 1 through 5. He can guard 1 through 5, but he can't guard 1 through 5 at the same time.
Right, but I mean, I'm just saying, regardless of efficiency of how they play the position, they can play the position. 6'9" and above players are true positionless players. Again, depending on skill set.
From I think shooting guard and above. I think point guards you don't have to be smaller, but you have to be quicker than what those people are, and that's what the smaller aspect comes from.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No, but overall, I think this new generation is different, and I'm excited to see them play. A lot of players signed max contracts this year too.
DG, shout out,
Yeah,
193.
biggest franchise, biggest payout in Cavaliers history.
No
I think
shit.
bound to happen.
Devin Booker signed a max contract.
Yeah.
Zion Williamson signed a max.
Cat.
His rookie contract.
Now
How does that-
Zion, to me, guys,
Uh-oh.
can we talk about Zion? Real
Yeah.
quick?
Go ahead.
He got a whole ass contract, and I don't really think he's done nothing. I really don't.
You know what he's done though?
Here's
I'm gonna tell
He
you.
sold
I'm
tickets.
gonna exactly.
but here
The return investment of him selling tickets.
Same as Damian Lillard, I think. He got
Nah,
that bag
he's
because
put
he
in
sold
work.
tickets.
He's put in work though. He's
But not
13-year vet.
But
No,
not only that,
go
you
ahead,
got to
Cliff.
think about it like this. Zion is almost like Joel Embiid. He got like his money early too. He has a lot of stipulations in his contract, but some players are just worth waiting for and paying for.
I think
Zion is one of them.
this year he's gonna come out the gate hard.
I
He's
hope.
gonna prove himself this year.
I didn't tell y'all 1 year I played 2K. Zion averaged 44 and 17.
Oh, shit.
Because I mean,
He can do
think
that in
about
real
it.
life
God
too.
damn.
And the last
44
time
and
we-
17.
And the last time
And
we
I-
seen him play,
Those are Shaq
he
numbers.
averaged 26, 60%, 8 rebounds. The last players to do that again, Shaq and it was another all-time
I think
great.
Bron.
LeBron. So, but can he do it? I just wonder with his build, we talk about build. Yeah, he's a big boy and
I think
ankle
this
injuries
is,
and
I think this is kind of the
knees.
downside of let's switch topics from the sports aspect of it. I think this is the downfall of kids just being so popular at a young age that once adversity hits them and once anxiety hits them, some of these kids don't know how to understand that. Zion was popular in the 10th grade.
Yeah, out the gate though.
Some of these kids, you know what I mean? Like, what's the little kid on YouTube doing all the show with he reveals all the toys. You know what I mean? Imagine at some age he's gonna have to hit adversity. LeBron, at some age he's gonna have to hit adversity. These kids grow up and there are multi-millionaire followers at the age of 10 years old. And you think from 10 to 15 life is perfect. There's no bad in the world. And once it actually hits you, you have to adjust and you brush back. You have to take some time. Like how Zion did. He took a whole year off because what did he say? My family is being harassed because I think they don't want to be in New Orleans. Some of these kids just, I'm not saying are built to handle certain situations, but they're not. I mean, and then we have cuddled a lot of these kids.
A lot of these people too are like first time millionaires, billionaires in their family. So it's like, how do you adjust to that as well? On top of,
but think about those people that were first time billionaires, millionaires in their family that didn't have the fame to show it.
Right. Just to like, for some people to digest what you're saying, pretty much when people grow up in this atmosphere when all they hear is an echo chamber of compliments, you're doing good, doing good, doing good.
Once you hear some negative comments,
then once you get to like, the NFL, NBA, whatever, and then you have like a Stephen A. Smith or somebody like that actually, critiquing you. And again, he's not critiquing you, the person, just
exactly.
Your player
the player,
Imagine growing up watching ESPN all day and you hear nothing but whatever. And but then again, when you see yourself on it, now I'm the bad news on it.
But that's fine. But great players shut out the noise, though. People are going to say bad stuff about you, regardless.
I think you could be great, but that doesn't mean your mental aspect is.
Yeah. So
you're still going to have chinks in your armor,
right? But you got to be mentally.
That's what I'm saying. With
mentally
these kids growing
equipped
up,
to like, I'm a good player, but mentally I need to be stronger because there's gonna be people that don't like my game at all.
I don't even think
about LeBron. He's faced so much adversity. Again, like I'm a Kobe fan, but like I appreciate LeBron over the years now because like he's straight out of high school.
But there's been times where LeBron has clapped back in subliminal ways.
But I mean, you have to. You're human. You're not going to be perfect all the time because I mean, and the greatest example is KD. You know what I mean? He was beloved his whole career. When did KD become kind of like snarky?
When he went to the Warriors,
and then he kind of had to like start because he's seen like everything ain't roses and
like,
rainbows.
But you see what I'm saying?
He was not built for it because he even had to do burner accounts, this, that, and the next because he feels like he needs to defend himself.
Yeah, clapping back, call him cupcake and all that. Like, no, I'm not going for that.
You see what I'm saying? His whole life. Compliments. So when shit hits the fan, you feel like you have to hide who you are to comment back.
Yeah, I hate to say this reminds me of Baker Mayfield, but it's kind of goes back to like Baker's like mentality where he couldn't take the criticisms that he was getting.
I agree with that.
The player was.
I would say it's a little bit different from Baker, and I don't want to get into injustice of it, but Baker was a walk-on in two different spots. So that gives you a little bit more chip on your shoulder than being that motherfucker since you were whatever age.
Yeah, high school.
Could you imagine?
And that's all I'm gonna say on that.
And could you imagine, Gabe? I'm gonna put you in his shoes. Being drafted #1 overall, you go into Hugh Jackson's office and he tells you, "Congratulations, you're the backup." Like what?
Yes and no. Yes and no. You gotta. I would have to understand that I came from a position where I wasn't even supposed to be on this field at all.
That's a fact.
Okay, and I worked my way to becoming even on the team, let alone the third string.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I put in the work to do it. If you done something and I read it once, you can do it again. That's what I'm saying about when we had that conversation. You done already did it. You can do it again.
Yeah. No,
you proved yourself once. You proved yourself twice. You can prove yourself a third time. It's not that hard.
Just to transition into that though, like I think this year he's going to show.
And I think this is where it's going to get scary. I think he really is going to. He's in that aspect where he's a walk on. You know what I mean?
Chip on his shoulder.
He's taking another, and here's his story too. He always takes a bad team and make them relevant. What if the Carolina Panthers have been? They were irrelevant last year. Let's be real.
Ooh, him and McCaffrey.
Do you want? I mean, if you want to get on this conversation, what we were talking about in the group, we will.
They upgraded though, and I think he's going to do better with his new upgraded team because they did add some pieces.
All right.
And they got Higgins there too. He got a familiar
Hollywood
face.
Higgins is there.
A couple of familiar faces.
He has Christian McCaffrey.
I know.
He was a top back 3 years ago. The number one.
3 years ago, but he's been injury prone the last 2.
And he played 3
And it
games
don't
last
matter.
year.
I know. I do
And
agree.
Damn.
He's one of the best double threats.
You know what
dual
he
threat-
happened when he played last year?
running
You know who
back.
drafted Chris
You did.
McCaffrey? I did.
Oh.
And you know what he did? He had 6 touchdowns in 3 games.
And then what
In
else?
3 games, 6 touchdowns.
Yeah,
That was
but
it.
that's all he had. Yeah.
Imagine that though.
People get mad at me and gave me fantasy football.
Why?
I'm just saying. So let's we'll talk about that's a different conversation
Yeah,
for a different
later
day.
in the
I kind of want to talk about what me and you were talking about.
What's up?
How you can say that if Darnold's a bust, then
Oh, he's
Baker's
definitely
not
a
a
bust. No.
they both are in the same environment, literally right now,
Right now, yes.
and they both came from the same environment, not the same organization, but
Similar environments, yes.
But
No.
both bad organizations, I'll give it that.
So
Sam
that's the
Darnold-
same environment.
Darnold was in the New
The
York
Jets.
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 Jets, which is a clown show just as well as the Browns. Let's
Yes.
just be real. Both are clown shows.
So then,
But here's the only reason why I say Darnold is a bust at this point. I didn't call him a bust before the trade kind of happened.
no, you called him a bust before the trade, but
Well-
and I was saying Baker
Only
was a
because-
bust before the trade
only
too.
because
So that's
they were,
why I'm trying to
only
understand.
because they were already looking for his replacement. When you literally leave the Jets, you are only there a year, and they're already looking for a replacement. You're a bust.
But
you're a bust.
but then at the same time, Carolina cannot rely on that person, just like they didn't.
What do you mean?
If you're trading somebody who is a bust in that organization, and you're bringing them to this organization to potentially try to change it, you know you're potentially bringing in a bust.
Okay, but
no,
here's the
but-
difference between him and Baker. Baker's coming to a situation to replace him. That's why Sam is.
You
a
don't know
bust.
that. You don't know that. We don't know that.
Do we want to put 50 up?
I already
Again-
said-
Again, here's
Our-
why.
okay,
Let's
listen.
just hold on. Let's do the math because the
They're doing
math wouldn't be
50.
mathing. Okay, they got Sam how long ago? Last year, right?
Yes.
They just gave him a big contract, right? And they're
No,
already-
they
No,
didn't.
no.
He's on his rookie contract just
He's still
like
on his-
Baker is.
No, didn't they get
They
like,
might have.
No,
Didn't
he's
they
on
give
his
him more
rookie.
money?
No, he's on his rookie contract just like Baker. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, just make sure. Look
They're
into
taking a
it.
gamble on 2 people on 1
Check that out
year.
real quick, yeah.
Check into it real quick. But the thing is, they went and got him. I believe they gave him money. If not, I'm wrong.
Wait, he snuck in there. He was like, they traded for a bust. Baker's not a bust though.
He's
I
not.
How?
he's
Okay,
not-
That's
listen,
what I-
okay,
that's what I'm
okay,
trying to get out of him.
Okay, let me.
If
break
you're
this
saying
down.
the
Hold on,
number
let me break it
4
down to the
overall
audience.
draft pick of that draft got traded and did all that shit. and-
Okay, can we all agree the first overall draft pick usually goes to who? The best team or worst team?
Usually the worst.
Worst team. Okay, so we all got that right. I'm prefixing it with that because we can look at Trevor Lawrence, and again, we can't call him a bust because it's gonna take him a few years to get his shit ready.
He gonna be nice.
He gonna be real nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Y'all better hope. That's what I'm not too sold on Trevor Lawrence in the NFL.
But see, but my thing is,
If you put him on a 7-on-7 aspect
Before
and
I
he
continue-
ain't gonna get fucked up, Trevor Lawrence gonna light your
before
ass
I
up.
continue to go forward, if Peyton Manning or anybody lived in today's social media existence,
I'm not talking
they
about
wouldn't
social
survive.
media.
Hold on, I'm just saying because Peyton Manning was horrible out the gate. There was plenty other rookies who were horrible out the gate.
That's fine.
And eventually worked out and became generational players. But again,
But
they
that
went to
that goes into the bust aspect of what I'm saying.
Wait, hold on.
If-
Time out. Real quick. So, how do you define somebody as a bust? You got to give them at least how long in the league? 5 years in the league
I would
before you call them a bust, or
Personally,
2 years in the league?
I
to
would
call
say
them a
if your team that drafted you is giving you before you wanted to leave, you're a bust within that organization.
Okay, but I'll ask you this as a retort.
Yes or no? They took you first overall.
Yeah, they took you first overall.
You
but
did not develop the way you wanted to, and they let you go. That's a bust in that aspect.
Quick thing. Sam Darnold signed a 1 year. Well, they picked up his last year on his rookie deal to make it his 5th year, and he's currently getting paid $18 million.
Okay.
That's
they
just
picked-
off the. That's what
That's
Baker would
his-
have got
yep,
off
yes.
this year. So
Yes.
So he got his rookie extension.
Yes.
exactly.
Okay.
So
But
they're
I knew
in
they
this-
gave him more money though, because I was like, I remember seeing that.
But
in the
I mean,
offseason.
that's the same thing that they
So they
just
just
gave.
picked-
Yeah.
They're paying $18 million for him and $10 million for Baker.
No.
no,
Or $5 million.
$5 million.
The Browns paid $10 million.
Yes. Browns, and then he let 3.5 go for incentive
So think
based
about
deals.
it. The average quarterback's making 25.
But to go back off, I don't think Baker's a bust. I think this is going to be his make it or break it year because
I can't. But
because
that's where I'm
he's-
saying that's different.
because
You
he's
can't-
had-
I can't make it or break it for him on 1 year on a completely new team with nobody he fucking knows. That's why I think he's a bust within the Browns organization.
I'm gonna just say.
So you think as
You
far
say most
as
players
the
in
Browns,
are a bust. in the
as
Browns
far as
organization.
his time with the Browns, he was a bust.
Yes.
okay.
Okay,
Let me just.
I can't
I
agree
get-
or
I get-
disagree.
no.
I'm in the middle.
kind of the same, but here. That's why I say I'm with you. This is his make it or break it year. I get drafted, number 1. I'm in a shit place. My first year, again, I get told I'm the backup. Guy goes down his 3rd game. I win
That happens in
again.
the NFL,
I
though.
win 7 games for an organization who won 1 game in the previous 2 years.
One game.
Lost 31, right? So you were 1-31. I bring 7 wins. Again, I get free beer for everybody. and I set a rookie record at the time. At the time.
Only
So it was
lasted a
broken.
year.
That's 1
Second year,
1 year.
I flop. Everybody goes through a sophomore slump. Either you're gonna rise or you're gonna fall.
That's
3rd
2.
year is usually your make it or break it year. And guess what? Versus him slumping more, he had a breakout year. He even beat our fucking arch rival right next door. So again, I did something that ain't been done in almost 20 years here. That is a major feat to me. That is damn near close to a championship. When's the last time we sniffed the playoffs? And I have as many playoffs wins as one of my arch rival quarterbacks in my division, who again is just deemed the greatest.
You're
So
not.
me and him- hold on.
He's never beat Lamar. That's you can't
I
say
didn't
that.
say that. We have the
That's
same
a
playoff
team's
wins.
arch rival. You're making.
I said playoff wins. I never said he beat him 1-on-1. We have the same amount of playoff wins. I have the same.
What
amount
does
of
that
playoff
mean,
wins.
though?
It means everything, especially for an organization who ain't
No, that's never
sniffed
been there. Exactly. That's what I think. That's what we need to understand. Baltimore's been there multiple times,
and
so
it's hard
playoff
for-
wins are
so-
not as
so
important
it's
to
hard-
you as what they are.
Thank you. That's my point. So to you and your
You guys are agreeing
organization,
on the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. To your organization, a playoff win ain't much because y'all go all the time. Y'all seen a championship in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
For the Browns,
For the
they
city
ain't
of
seen
Cleveland,
shit.
they have never
But if
seen
you
that.
go 1 in 20 years, what does that matter? That's what I'm asking you.
I
now.
just can't call him a bust. I'm just
Thank
gonna,
you.
I just
And
can't.
then-
Answer
Okay.
no. Answer my question. If you go every 1 in 20 years, is that 1 in every 20 years as accomplishable as what you're trying to say?
The
it is?
organization
Yes,
is a bust,
when-
not the players a bust.
No,
though.
you're not answering my
Yes,
question.
Yes, if I take you to the playoffs,
1 in 20 years.
after you were just again pretty much the number 1 overall pick the past previous.
You're not
3
answering my
years.
question.
What?
What is your question?
Is your 1 win in 20 years the same as feeling as good as going 1 in the last 4 years?
What do you mean?
You're comparing Baker going to the playoffs 1 time in the last 20 years.
to
Lamar's 1 win in his 4 years going back there.
Okay, the franchises are different though.
yeah.
That's
thank
not
you.
what I'm asking.
So,
you.
okay, so
are
no,
the
so the
wins,
answer to your
are
question
those
is-
wins
That's
the
an apple
same?
to orange.
No,
no,
they're
they're
not the
not.
same.
No, they're not. Thank
Thank you.
you.
That's what I'm
'cause you're-
saying.
Is that what you? Okay,
Gabe, you're not getting it. Your organization goals aren't the same as the Browns' organization
not
goals.
even close.
That's why you can't say that your 1 playoff win is a Super Bowl.
Y'all goal is to make it to the Super Bowl and win. It is the Browns' goal just to make it to the playoffs.
Our goal out the gate was just to get
Just
more
to
than one
win.
win.
Thank you.
We just wanted more than
That's
one
what I'm
win.
saying. You want
That's fine.
You
Just
want to
win
get
some
the
games.
next win. What is the Browns?
But
it's
it's just-
always
listen to
next
that.
year.
Hold on,
When
listen.
is that stigma gonna break?
This is coming from.
We don't know.
This is coming from this fan. He wanted
That's what
more-
I'm saying.
He wanted more than one win, right? That's what you said. Baker delivered 7 of them his first time round. Not only that, his 3rd year, he gave y'all first playoff win in 20
That gives hope
years.
to the city, like, oh, we can do something.
And then y'all really thought y'all can go to the Super Bowl to the point where even Vegas favored us.
So then you
At
trade
one
him
point-
after that. So the hope of the city, you trade him after a year
Hold on,
of injury.
Listen
That's
to
a
what I
bust
just said.
to me, low key.
No, we're the Browns. We just do
hold on.
random shit all the
Listen
time.
to
That's
this.
a bust.
I'll ask everybody in here this before you go. When's the last time the Browns were ever considered a Caesar's favorite? Before Baker got here.
Back in
In our whole existence of living. That is
I
not
don't-
an accomplishment that even Caesar's
The
recognizes
Browns
us.
team is not built around Baker. That team was built around success.
No, you can't do that. He's on the team. He is a part of
But
the team's success.
if
He's
you-
the starting
the driver-
quarterback.
Okay,
the
but now
driver
that
there.
Deshaun's on that team, if you put that same team on this, they're still favorite. Yes or no?
Obviously.
Yes or no? Okay then.
Obviously,
It's
but
not built around
But
Baker.
who started it though?
Not Baker.
This is the only thing I have
The
to say.
GM. Come on now.
This is the only thing I have
Baker
to say.
drafted Dick Chubb.
I'll
Baker
ask you,
bu-
how many GMs have they had since he's been on the team?
Goddamn.
2. Thank you.
Right,
So what are
is
you
it-
saying?
Okay, so
Was it,
who's the common
and-
denominator?
The 2 GMs,
Baker-
and it's
Baker.
not.
Baker,
no,
who's been there
Yeah.
between both
no,
GMs.
Yeah.
Cliff. No.
How
no.
not?
Look at all the people that those 2 GMs brought around
The
him,
GM could have kicked. The second GM could have kicked him out because he has no loyalty. He's
and
not
he
married
did.
to him.
He just did this year.
This year after he got hurt. He
So
looks-
that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Cliff.
but
hold on,
That's
hold
what
on.
I'm saying.
I just got one statement.
Just go ahead, real quick.
So, I see your point. Like 1 in 28 years, that's a huge accomplishment. I see your point, but see, it's all a matter of perspective. As a Browns fan, we are going to look at that and say, "Hell yeah!" But as a Ravens fan, you won 2 Super Bowls,
spoiled.
You're
I'm
no,
not,
I don't
I'm
want to say
not.
spoiled.
I'm a realistic person.
No,
I'm the most realistic
no,
fan
you
in this
are.
room. I'm
You
not
are.
biased or nor team.
But But you are a
Realistic.
Ravens fan, right?
So
Yeah.
you're biased.
Okay, so
I'm not biased.
To a certain extent, you're going to lean toward whether it's just 20% or 1%. You're going to have some sort of bias. That's just
No, if the Ravens go out there and shit the fucking, if Lamar threw
You're-
50
Yes,
50
you're-
picks, I'm like, Lamar sucks this year. What do you mean?
No, that's fair. But your expectations for your team are different for our expectations for our team. So we're going to look at that 1 in 20. Oh shit, he just led us to a fucking playoff win. Where you're going to be like, oh, we got a playoff win, but I'm not happy about that. We got to get this next one. That's all he's trying to say. You guys are the same.
And the whole hold on, I wanted to get this out because this happened to me at Pizza Hut as far as like why he got replaced. Companies look for sometimes when they don't like you personally reasons to replace you. I was literally late to Pizza Hut by 2 fucking minutes. That was the reason why they let me go. Because again,
Yes.
I've been causing shit in there and I wasn't taking the manager's shit because I made more than them at my other job. That was just my extra gig. To the point they looked for the tiniest reason to get rid of me. Baker got hurt again, and he played through that injury
On
And
his
hey,
own willing
and
being,
again,
that's documented. He
So-
played on his injured
that's
on
fair.
his own.
That's
fair.
fair. But again, how can we judge him? He could either be, hey,
I'm judging him for being stubborn. That's on you.
let me throw this out there. He could have. Let me leave injured with a winning record, so that way going forward, people think I'm great because he had a 80 passer rating or whatever before he actually got hurt, and he could have left, took his bag, went home, and let the backup do it, or he could have fulfilled his obligation. He wanted to play. I'm not going to blame a man for wanting to play when he could have left and packed up and looked great. He could have left polished. He, again, put himself in that situation. He's going to have to wear it, but I'm not going to sit here and say he was 100% and he was just shitty. No, he was hurt.
So if he doesn't play the rest of the year, like you said, he shuts it down.
He could have left 3-2.
Do they trade for Deshaun?
Yeah. Okay, I'm
So
an
then-
Ashos Browns fan.
No, answer my question.
Yes.
Why?
He's a top 5 quarterback.
So then what does that make Baker then?
He's
Not a top 5
I've never
quarterback.
said he's top 5.
He's not top 5.
So then
He
that's
said
a
he was top
bust
5.
within the organization.
Oh, time out.
That's
You
what
can't say
I'm
he's a
saying.
bust because
That don't make sense.
If
Because
you're
he's not
giving
top
up-
5, he's a bust.
If you're giving up on the number 1 overall draft pick from 4 years
At
ago,
that time, that don't mean he's top 10, top
Thank
5.
you. Thank you.
He was just
Thank you.
in that class.
Thank
he
you.
was the top of their class.
Thank you.
no,
No,
he wasn't
no,
in
he
the top of
wasn't.
that
he was
class.
he was
the number
caliber
1.
player.
I wouldn't even.
Number
You
one
can't even
player.
say he's the top of that class, though. Yes
I
or no?
can't
that
say
class.
that.
I'm
In the
asking
top
you,
5,
Cliff.
hold on. In the top 5 echelon of quarterbacks right now is Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna just use them two. Neither one of them were number
And
1 overall.
right after
picks.
him is who? Right after those two are who?
Mahomes, not a number 1 overall pick.
After Mahomes.
Allen,
You
maybe.
could say Josh Allen, not a number 1
Five.
overall pick, and Herbert, not a number 1 overall pick. So you can't just say because you're a number 1 overall pick, if you're not in the top 5, you're a bust. And I'm sorry, Deshaun is like top 6. I would say he's number 6.
Again. So then,
Baker's like what, 15?
answer my question now. Out of all those organizations that you just said, all those top 5 quarterbacks, who let all them go? None of them. Name all your top 5. Which one of them organizations let that quarterback go within their rookie contract?
for
what?
For nothing. They didn't let him go. You
look
said
at-
Tom Brady.
Look at their
20 years-
franchises.
Listen,
look at their team.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
different,
I
it's
listen to
different.
the question.
What's your
Out of all those quarterbacks you just named, who let them go before their rookie contract?
why would I get rid of Justin Herbert for Deshaun Watson?
You know,
Because he's better than him. You just said that. You just said that. So why would you not get rid of Deshaun Watson for Justin Herbert
I
if
just
he's
said
better?
Deshaun Watson's number 6. Herbert's ahead
This
of
is
him.
loud. This is
Herbert's
a loud
top 5.
conversation. This is loud.
Make that. So what do you? I'm asking you.
not.
Why would you not trade Justin Herbert for Deshaun Watson
He's
or
not
vice
bet-
versa?
he's not
So
better
why
than-
wouldn't you?
he's
Why
not
wouldn't
better
you
than-
trade Deshaun Watson for Justin Herbert then?
He's not better than Herbert. He is not. You're not gonna.
You
put
did.
those
Why
words
did you
in
put
my-
Herbert 5 then and not Deshaun
He's number
5?
6. I said he's top 5, but he's top 6.
So
Something
again,
went off. Baker's top 15. 15 to 6.
that's
That's,
not
a big jump.
again. Not no, you're not answering what my question
Even
is.
if he was top 5, I'm
Out
not
of those 5 quarterbacks, what organization let their quarterback go within their rookie contract and got somebody better than them?
Who was better than Tom Brady during his rookie extension?
A lot of people.
Who?
who?
Who was better than Tom Brady?
Are you kidding me?
Who was in when his rookie contract extension?
Kurt
was
Warner.
No.
Are you serious?
Fuck no.
Kurt Warner.
He was good, but he's
He
not-
won a Super Bowl when Tom Brady was in the
It
league.
don't matter. Tom won when he was in the league too.
Again, you asked me a question. I'm giving you an answer.
But I'm just saying he was not. No, Kurt Warner was not because Bill Belichick would have did it. Bill Belichick don't give a fuck about feelings.
But
We all know that.
you
You're
also,
replaceable.
but you're not. You're taking an outlier
Thank
statement
you.
because
Thank you. You're
Tom
not
Brady
answering my
in his
question.
rookie 5 years, he was
only played-
he was
thank you.
average.
A game
Like he
manager-
didn't know he
a
didn't
game
reach.
manager who won though.
Yes, but he didn't reach the
not
pinnacle
replaceable.
of his greatness or even start
Did
to
he get
scratch it
replaced?
till I think he had one more deal left on his rookie contract, but that was it. So
But why
there-
would I replace a winning game manager? He has the same amount of rings as Kurt Warner, and he's younger.
You're not
It don't
answering
make
my
sense.
question.
I did answer it, and you're looking for another one.
No,
What else?
you
I'm not
gave
gonna.
me-
I'm not gonna replace.
You said
Patrick
who was
Mahomes.
better than Tom Brady at his time of his
Gabe,
rookie year?
can you repeat your question again?
Who
He said
let
Kurt Warner.
one of those top 5 quarterbacks go out of their rookie contract?
Who was better? Okay, let's. Just
I'm
say-
not asking who's better. That's not what I'm asking
Patrick
you.
Mahomes.
Okay, all
Nobody.
right, no one, Gabe. On the top 5 of that list, nobody.
Thank
Nobody.
you.
You're welcome.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
You're
There you
right.
go,
Oh my
nobody.
God, you're right. Oh,
There you go.
right.
Okay,
That's what-
nobody.
I mean,
so now moving
The
forward,
only person y'all can say is Drew Brees that could even be remotely close top 5 quarterback that got let go of a team that got drafted by.
Let's okay,
And
let's-
maybe
let's-
Eli Manning.
Let's move from.
Maybe.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
But that means there's people out there that it happened to, and they weren't bust.
And the statistics of that is very slim,
We could-
making them a bust within that organization.
No.
See, that's
We're
where we're gonna
have to-
disagree.
we're gonna have
That's
to
where we're gonna
agree
have
to
to
disagree.
That's where we're gonna have to disagree.
Agree to
So
disagree.
so after that, after all that, fellas,
So guys, that was our sports take, and
Yeah.
you see
that
us
was
a little
exciting.
intense.
that was a fucking ESPN first take.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus.
Baker's a bust. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
And it's just an opinion. You think he's a
That's
bust?
your opinion.
That's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
So after all that, it is now July 9th. So last week was July 4th.
Yes.
How was everybody's 4th?
I worked.
Did you?
You
Yeah,
worked
I
on the
worked.
4th
Yeah, I worked on
on
the fourth.
America's
and,
Independence
and he
Day.
came home and
Are
hooked
we
it up on
really
the grill.
independent?
On America,
No,
we celebrate every year.
I celebrate cookouts.
America depends on a lot of shit.
I celebrate
Are we,
cookouts.
as
on
a
that-
country, are we really
On
independent?
that day, due to the climate we're in, I mean, it was for me.
It was family cookout day.
It was a
I
good
agree.
time to be with your family.
Cookout, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the fireworks shows in Lorraine.
Trash.
I don't know.
Getting
No,
worse.
bro.
Hot,
great.
hot garbage.
No.
I thought
Garbage.
she was gonna disagree.
Not the city's one. I'm talking to people like
this-
people's.
Oh, everybody else's
bro,
was lit.
I
like-
was at a.
Oh, no, wait, you're saying the city sucked.
Oh, the city.
That's what I
Lorraine.
heard.
I don't
He
know
said
what
hot
the budget is,
garbage.
but
No, wait, you're saying
I'm not saying the cities. I'm saying
you're saying the city was good,
the city was. I heard it was okay, but it was
but
short.
you're saying the peoples were good.
Yeah, I heard.
You're saying Oppo.
the cities was hot garbage.
So
El hot
alright,
garbage.
So what I heard, I was at one on 40th and Edgewood, and what I've heard
Small block.
was $15,000 was spent on them fireworks.
Over there by
It was-
St.
It was an hour long.
Was it at St. Joseph in there?
No, it was at Tony Morrison.
Shout out to my boy Todd Ferguson. You lit the city up, bro. Next year we're going right back to it.
The night I seen you.
There were yeah.
Okay,
So there
okay,
was there were 7 people, and I don't know all 7, but I do know most of the 7. And Jake Pleven was one of them.
Shout out to Jake.
And he actually listens to the podcast.
Shout out.
I seen him afterwards. He was like, "I love what you guys do with the podcast. I love how much you rag on Jacob." He said that. And
Thank you.
He said he wanted to try to get all 7 of them on the podcast to talk about that experience. I mean, they were lighting shit off for an hour. It was like, and how they did it, how they brought all that together.
60 minutes of excitement.
Yeah, they shut the road off. Right
versus,
now.
Nice.
versus Lorraine's 15
So shout
minutes
out.
of like.
Yeah, shout out to them, and that was a great show. And they kept it like real nice, and they tried to like clean up after themselves, and it wasn't like they just left it. And so
That's
shout out
what's
to
up.
them for bringing the community together. That was a lot of people there too.
Yeah, people were like, I seen the post on Facebook. Like people were like commenting like, "Yo, you guys have to do Juneteenth and all the rest of the holidays going forward because it was a good event."
That good, yeah.
So Juneteenth was Father's Day this year, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we do
I'm pretty
fireworks
sure.
then? Maybe
Did-
next year we
did y'all?
can. I don't know. I think the law changed now. Like,
I
in
think
law.
it's legal. It's legal for fireworks now this year, right?
In Ohio, but the city of Lorraine did it where you can only do it on like 3 days, quote unquote. I think it's the
Motherfuckers
4th
ain't gonna
and-
listen.
I don't. Yeah, they ain't gonna listen. But
But I mean,
sure.
there ain't nowhere to buy fireworks. Nowhere close. I think
Sandusky.
with Sandusky's the
Yeah, I
closest
think that's
spot.
the closest one.
Yeah. So, 4th of July was a good time to be with your family. Ate good, had some good drinks, good energy. It was-
I ain't
it was-
even gonna lie to you, bro. I only ate one hot dog and one burger.
damn,
I cooked all that food that day.
Sauced it up.
I only ate 2 things.
I had a burger and hot
You
dog.
seen what I was doing on the boards.
Honest review.
Oh, speaking of okay, go ahead.
How did I do as a partner? Am I good? Am I average?
He exceeded expectations. I will agree with that. This might be, document this, write it down, time clip it. This might be the only time I ever say Jacob actually exceeded expectations.
Hot garbage.
Wow.
Until I got there, and
then you see me 1-on-1 catching smoke.
Oh,
which,
yeah, you did.
all of that for $5, $10 was crazy.
It's absurd. That's why I said, hey, take your money back.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
You gonna cry over $10?
Well, maybe you guys were too intoxicated, but
I wasn't.
I was.
intoxicated.
He wasn't.
The
He
last
wasn't.
game leaving
I didn't
before it
really
got too dark. I recall me and Nick getting a win
Yes.
on the table, and
It
then
was-
I honestly,
That was a close game.
I didn't have enough time to drink because I was cooking.
yeah.
And when you're cooking and it's a fucking 400-degree fucking
hot
grill
as
in front of
fuck.
you,
It was hot as
you're
fuck.
sweating that out one shot
Yeah.
in. Okay.
All I'm saying is I'm 1-0, so
I can beat you 1-on-1.
I got the boards outside.
I got 5.
You're.
Is that a board?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
And bags.
What we
Hey,
doing?
there's 4 of us, right? Well,
Man,
there's
cut
5
this
of us.
Good.
We'll be back after the quick game of cornhole.
No, yeah, but yeah. Weekend was cool, relaxing. Yeah,
We missed softball or kickball this week.
yeah, due to the weather.
Yeah, no.
No.
4th of July.
Holiday.
July. Also, next week we're
Yeah.
doubling back Monday at the Crusher Stadium. You know,
I had kickball this or softball this week. I getting them mixed up, man.
You
Bro.
get that dub?
4-0.
I just want to make sure.
You don't got to streak with me. You don't know. You don't fuck with me like that. My
You don't fuck with me
my
on
2 right
Snapchat.
here.
yes, sir.
My 2 to the right.
Hey.
I think we got what 500 days.
600.
600. And then
Yeah.
we got what like
We just
300.
broke 5.
I knew about to say something about. I knew one of us was 500. Yeah, we just broke 600. I told you we need to start one.
What
Streak. You on that
okay,
bullshit?
I don't know. I don't be that.
I tried to before with you, and I was like, all right.
Yeah,
I gave up.
No,
man.
yeah, he don't be accomplishing it. We be like 10 days in, he'll just fuck it up.
Because I be doing other
505.
stuff like
505. See, there you go. And I think we
Damn.
like 601.
60 something, yeah.
601.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man, I'm like at none,
John
bro.
605. See?
605?
Well, y'all got 100 on ours. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. We good.
Yeah, we had like 100 plus,
What time?
and I
Yeah,
fucked it up
yep,
that
and
one
he
day.
fucked it up one day, so we should be
Randomly.
like
About
almost
700.
near 700. My longest one right now is I think Damon. Where's Damon?
These are snap streaks, by the way.
1696.
Damn.
Then
How
my
many
next
years
one
is that?
after that is 1519.
1696.
Yeah, how many years is that? That's
I think that's when
Yeah, it's like 4.
when the railroad was invented. I don't know.
So
You
then
said how many
15
years? is it?
1519 is my next one, and then 1472. But me and Eric should be over 2,000.
Damn.
No cap. Me and Eric should be over 2,000. Something happened like how like happened like that.
one
But
day.
Snapchat crashed the one day,
Yeah.
so we couldn't get on it.
Damn.
Ruined it.
I was worried last week or Monday when I got my phone. I got my phone.
Yeah, and I was mad
I
nervous.
was worried, bro.
I say, yo, man. That's why I tell you, I'm like, hey, yo, snap that shit when you get up, man. So that way, at least you got a whole full 24. You know.
Bro, the first app I downloaded was Snapchat. I was sitting in the T-Mobile store and I was like, I gotta get on the Snapchat. I gotta get this shit going.
Was that before or after you dropped
how
your
many
new
streaks
Christmas song?
do you got then?
Huh?
How many streaks do you got in total?
I got like 5 going right now. Yours is definitely by far. I think then it's
the
like,
highest.
Yeah,
You,
then I-
you got one, Cliff?
yeah. I got one Cliff.
Okay.
I got one for few other people. I might have like 100 something. Me and my cousin 100 something. So
I think it's just a cool way, man, just to stay in touch. You know, you don't gotta like speak all day. Just
Yeah.
just a little quick little. What I did for the day. Boom, that's it. Like how many times I snap you bowling or cornhole or
taking a shit.
you taking a shit? You know what I'm saying?
Shower head.
Hey, yeah, hey, shower head for sure. Hey, I'm clean for the day, baby. You already know what I'm on. But no, it's just a little quick.
Stay in touch with your people, man.
Man,
That's
you know,
just
just
the way to do
you
it.
never know, man, because you know somebody might send like nothing but black, and you're like, yo, you all right? You know, just out of the blue. So, make sure you stay in touch with your peoples. Make sure everybody's solid. Make sure everybody got somebody to talk to every single day, because I think that's the most important thing, man. Like,
It don't take much.
no, it don't take much, but somebody like me, like I could be going through a whole bunch of shit, and I might not want to talk to all y'all about it, but at least I have somebody to talk to that's not that situation, or somebody that can get my mind off of it, So, I'm not trying to get somewhere, but I appreciate everybody that's out here at this panel, except for that long haired bastard over there.
Damn.
Talking about Jacob.
Oh yeah, not you, Pa, not you.
That's it. All right, so let's go into our mental health check. Each episode, like the 1 through 10, how are you feeling mentally, spiritually, financially? I'll start today. Cool.
I thought you started last week. Maybe Jake started
Oh,
this week.
Jacob, yeah.
There you
I
go.
started last week. How you feel, Jacob? You was plastered yesterday.
Wasn't
off of
plaster.
3 beers, lightweight.
They were 8.5, man.
They're 11%, bitch.
I wanted the one that was 17 though.
Yeah, but they were out.
Yeah, it was-
So I'm a solid 8. I really can't complain about shit. You know, everything's going good. We got the LLC. We had a very productive advertisement meeting, which I was very happy about. We, you know, did some talking about a logo today. So, you know, that's pretty good.
Onward and upward.
What? Onward and upward?
Onward and upward, yeah.
So, what about you, Mr. Strader?
I'm good. I really need to get to the gym. I think I lost a little bit of weight. I've been kind of like watching my like eating this week, my dieting. But it's just, I gotta go that extra step. I'm seeing you at the gym. I'm like, man, I just need to get there.
Just
I need
go.
to go. I need just to go.
Just show up.
And
They'll be like one of those people on their phone
oh, for sure. I gotta like, Jacob, no.
taking pictures.
Best thing to do is have some charged wireless headphones and play music. Like start your playlist and then just put your phone away.
Right
Yeah,
there.
That's
There you
what I
go.
do. Music.
I got a
start
pair
to
for you right here.
No, I got some. But yeah, as far as numbers go, I think I'm like solid. I'm solid. I'm like a 9. I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm upset. I can't see my niece right now. She's a little sick, so I was gonna go see her today, but
Oh man.
can't do that.
Shout out to you, Ruby.
Rube.
So no, that's it, man. How about you, Cliff?
Me, I was at a 7, but after handing Gabe that L and I got a dub on that debate,
Oh, God damn it.
I'm at an 8.
I figured that's what it was. I'm like, okay, this is going on too long.
It's all right, man. It's all right.
And,
Listen, he's the only person I can really debate with, and I'm not gonna get upset or.
Nah.
But you didn't answer my question though.
Hey, but listen, don't beat around what I'm trying to ask you. If we're gonna talk
I
about
hear what you're
something,
saying, but you didn't answer my question.
But that Scorpio energy, though, I felt it. I was like, you know what? I can relate because that would be me if I was in his shoes right now. Where I'm like pressing the
I hear what you're
motherfucker.
saying, but you're not answering what I'm trying to
That's why I
ask.
was just like looking off. I'm like, you know what? I ain't even gonna give him the eye contact. Every time I do is gonna
Because
ignite
we gonna
that
lock.
fire.
I'm like, I'm asking you a fucking
I know what he's
question.
looking for. So, but no, it actually, I'm gonna take it up to a 9, just because even with that laugh, I'm happy to be back around all you guys, full house and everything, and just able to even have again what we displayed was a healthy exchange and stuff like that, and just even just sharing our ideas and the LLC happening. It's been a good week.
I think more people need to be understanding. Like you can conversate with somebody, man. It's not being angry or not being, upset.
Those are
or,
healthy differences.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is
you know,
okay.
We even said we disagreed at the end and just
exactly,
kept it pushing.
Right. And I think that's what more people have to understand. I think that's what the world needs, man.
Right.
Some people can, be completely opposites, but as long as you can live in this world together and understand that what you stand for is what you're gonna stand for, and what I stand for is what I'm gonna stand for. And you might not be right, I might not be right, and as long as you can agree with that, and vice versa, that's all.
Just find that middle ground.
Right.
Facts.
You
Be like Kyrie Irving. Stand on your shit.
Yeah, and that's all you can do. I can't be mad
Stand
at
on
you
your
for
flat
saying
Earth and
right. No, he rebutted back that.
Yeah, he
Earth
did.
is not
Did he?
flat.
Yeah, he
Yes,
said he
did.
just wanted to kick up dust.
Really?
I think that was a troll move from Kyrie.
So, how you feeling this week, Gabe?
I'm all right, man. I'm more excited for kickball and softball next week. I heard it's supposed to be another heat wave next
I
week.
seen hot as shit.
Man, so I might be coming outside
Right. Lifting the
sleeved up,
Gucci,
You know what I'm
my
saying?
shirt off.
So I'm good, man. Me and my brother had a really good conversation the day before I got here. Mom's is good. We all good. Hopefully that that I know of. Family's good. Had the party at my house this week. Softball, smacking shit like we Ken Griffey Jr. and shit. I can't complain, man. This week I can't. Maybe next week might be a different story, but
maybe it's all right.
and yeah, I'm about a 9. Like we had that debate earlier this week, and I ain't let it sit with me all week until I seen this motherfucker. So I was pulling up. I ain't gonna cap.
Same.
That shit
low-key-
was on my mind.
Low-key listeners, this kind of happened in the group chat,
Yeah, same
To a
exact
certain-
shit.
to a certain
Same
point.
exact shit. Yeah,
but it was in the group chat.
yeah.
And in a weird universal way, like I did the same exact thing. Like that's
I was like, I knew I'm gonna see him. We're gonna hold this conversation. Man.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna keep talking about it through text.
And I hope it ended up being great
Oh
content.
no,
It
100%.
was
Yeah,
great content.
100%. Because like I said, two people that is night and day different. I'm not even night and day difference. Just two different
Difference of opinions and
exactly
perspective.
on one thing. Because me and Cliff, we talk about a lot of things outside of the group message that we agree upon, and very seldomly do we not agree upon something. I think that's why we went the way we went, and I think that's really good for two people with great minds. So
I think we can actually exist in the space of a sports show. You know what I mean?
And
Because
I
I mean, it
think
wouldn't
that
be
is.
sports shows without people having difference of ideas. You know what I mean?
True.
It'd be boring if they agree.
because
every
hey,
time.
you
I
could
agree
be
with
Skip
you.
Bayless
Great
and I'll
point,
be.
Undisputed right there.
Hey,
like,
you could be
yeah.
Skip. I'm Shannon, baby.
Because
Okay.
Shannon, he be like, I know what you did. Like the way when he be clenching his teeth sometimes when he be talking to Skip, I'm like, oh, he talking crazy.
Yeah.
And Skip be over there like he don't give a fuck. Like you can't touch me anymore.
I'm suing Mr. Ash.
Mr. Ash.
Overall, yeah, this is. I'm happy that we're all back. This is, it's been a minute since all 5 of us recorded together.
Been a minute.
Yes, sir.
Overall, I would say every episode, I'm a little hungry. I get some food.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Gabe are getting food. I don't know what
Yeah, I
John's
don't know
doing.
about
Gabe's the upper.
Two of us had plans today.
Yeah. So
Okay.
no, overall, I would say I'm at like an 8.5. Yeah, real productive this week. Released some merch on the website, so make sure you guys go check that out. Shout out to our sponsor, Creative
Right
Genius
there,
Brand.
right there.
Make sure you go shop locally.
Yes,
and
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, overall, I'm in a good space, man. Being with you guys helped my mental health so much. I was telling Jacob yesterday, I feel like this dark energy has been trying to follow me for some reason and trying to like pull me down. I don't know what it is, but like I think it's because like I have to stay productive because self-sabotage goes into play and like tries to pull you down and keep you there, and I'm like, I can't be a part of that. So thank you, Jacob, for I didn't want to go to Larry yesterday. I tried to like
Nah, I appreciate you making the effort. Now I will
I
be
try to
more
stay
my-
home
Yeah.
roots.
I try
will-
to keep like I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm gonna reciprocate that because I have to get out more, and I after having conversations this past week, and I realized that there are some things I have to do better on and willing to adapt to. So I have to do better too.
Look at you taking the word out.
I put my foot in his fucking ass. That's what happened.
Gabe and Julian,
we
talk to me.
gotta get a swear jar, bro.
I told him straight up. I said, so listen, if $1 million is on the table right now and we needed all 5 signatures at 8:30 at night, you ain't gonna pull up? Yeah, I would. Why? Because that's life changing. I said, that's what's gonna have to happen after 7 o'clock sometime. I'm not saying after 12.
Not, and that's fair. That's fair. But
There might be one thing that I might need you to pull out that is that important. Not even for me. Not even for you.
bigger than all of us.
All of us.
Yeah, so we all know that success can happen at any time. Doesn't
Of
matter
the day.
where you're at. It can
If you
just,
get up at 4
This
a.m. or you
that
go to
clip
bed
of
at
you
4
two
a.m.
going at it viral. That clip of you two.
yeah, we'll work on our editing after this, though.
Yep.
But yeah,
I got a clip of me smacking Jacob going viral too after this. Stay tuned, baby.
know what?
So
I
for
forgot
that,
the
that's
tortillas
another.
this week, but we're gonna do that tortilla challenge.
I'm
I want to
not
see
doing
Gabe
it.
smack you with a tortilla.
I'm not doing it. Jacob's not smacking me with a tortilla. I'm gonna get too upset.
Come on, it's all 5 of us. We gotta go in the line.
Oh yeah, we
sorry.
gotta give like a little circle in there,
yeah,
like
yeah. Rock paper scissors. Yeah.
Gabe beat somebody's ass.
Nah, I'm not even gonna beat. I'm just not. I just
We
know. I
probably
know
would-
my temper. I'm gonna break a
I'm
tortilla with
smack
somebody's
We
that
head.
probably
bitch.
won't even last the first person.
Get a welt.
Bro.
Get a welt just on the side. Just have a half circle.
Oh my god,
I do it. I don't care.
I'm
Somebody
gonna do
slap
it.
me
it's
with a
funny.
tortilla.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. It's been another episode of It's On Us podcast.
Hold on, time out. Cliff note. You got a gem for us?
Oh,
Ain't it too
Thank
many?
you.
Too many weeks.
been-
I
I
don't
forgot.
understand
The
it.
My
people
fault.
need some type of like,
Cliff. I apologize.
I think the cliff note of the day was, "I'm right, Cliff's wrong."
Oh, I think the cliff note of the day is you didn't answer my question, so we're
Yeah,
gonna
there it is. There it is. Don't
That's
be-
our
hey,
fucking
if
question.
you arguing with a Scorpio, don't beat around the question asked.
No. Hell no. I'm a double stamp that. All right. I'd rather regret the things I've done than regret the things I haven't done. And that's by Lucille Ball.
Period.
So go ball on these niggas and do something
Go ball.
that you may regret,
Yup.
but at least you can talk
Week
about
one, Baker. What I told Franco, 800 yards,
Shut the
7 touchdowns, no interceptions. Carolina beats the Browns 88-0.
Oh, God.
And now for that, it's on us.
Got Carolina over the Browns.
Damn.
Taking bets.
Oh,
Damn, Cliff.
I'm at okay. We're gonna talk about this